Hey everybody, Eric and Jim here from the Mature Minded Gamers, a group of adult gamers with a passion for video gaming, board gaming, and much more. Today we're talking the Steam Winter Sale. It just started today and it's going to run through January the 5th. We found some of the best deals and, well, we want to share them with you. So we're going to get started here with our top 5 picks each. And I'll start us out. My number one pick is going to be Icarus. This is a survival game that came out several years ago, really highly rated on Steam. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's 90% off. You can pick it up for $3.49. So this is a great Christmas game to pick up for you and your buds to play and just have a blast. It's a survival game that actually hosts these servers on the cloud. So what that means is you don't have to have a dedicated server. Anybody can log in who've gotten access to it and make the world go live. So it's a great little feature. A lot of games are starting to do it, and Icarus was one of the first, and it's supposed to work super, super well. So that's my first game on my list. Icarus, 90% off, $3.49. Jim, what you got on your list?
Okay, so my list includes games I have finished and really love. And I'm going to start off with one of my all-time favorites, and it's a lot of game for under $10, and that is Witcher 3. If you haven't played that game, you got to check it out. You can get the base game for $3.99, or you can get the complete version that has all the DLC for $9.99. And those DLC are really nice. There's a lot of time that you get out of those DLC, and they're really well done.
All right, next up on my list is a new game, Arc Raiders, and I don't own the final game, but I played in the beta right before release, so I know what the game is about. I actually really enjoyed this game. It was a survival extraction game done really, really well, and I really appreciated my time with it. But my buddies didn't want to play it because, we were playing Battlefield. Let's be honest, we were all still stuck on Battlefield at the time, and so this might be the time to pick up Arc Raiders. It is 20% off. You can pick it up for $31.99. It's still getting rave reviews. People love it. I am excited, and well, you may see me in the wastelands very soon. Jim, what do you think about Arc Raiders? I know you don't own it, but I also know you played the beta. You think this is a good buy? Is it a good time to pull the trigger?
Well, it's really popular, and I only played the early beta, that we played together, and I did like it. I loved the scale in the environment and just the atmosphere. And I didn't play it enough to get a good feel, and I really want to. That's one I do want to revisit and get into. So maybe, yeah, maybe that's a good time for me to try it.
All right. What you got next on your list, Jim?
Well, next is probably one of my all-time favorite games after The Witcher 3, and that would be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. The game's only been out a little over a year, I think. All the DLC is now released for it, and it is ready to go, ready to go for a first play. Excuse me. You can get the base game for $29.99 right now, which is 50% off, or you can get the Royal Edition, which is also 50% off, and it's $39.99, and that includes all the DLC. And I'm telling you, um, it's just so engaging and in depth. I just love the world. I'm currently playing it in hardcore mode now that all the DLC is out because I haven't played it with the DLC yet. And so I'm going through it really slow and I'm just taking my time and savoring it this time.
Excellent. I look forward to playing that one over the winter break too. Obviously, it kind of got snubbed in the Game Awards this season. Expedition 33 just cleaned house, and that's another game I want. Yeah, I know. That's another game I still actually want to play. I never have played Expedition 33, and it's also 20% off. Just if people are listening and are interested, yeah, that game cleaned up like crazy. So yeah, we'll have to check it out.
It did. And I've got about 10 hours in on it and I was liking it. Okay. And I've been told that I'm about at the brink of when you really get hooked. So yeah, I'm going to go back and play it. I've got some friends that say it's one of the best games they've ever played. So I definitely need to give it a fair shake and go back and give it another try.
All right, next up on my list is Hitman World of Assassins. This is a game that came out several years ago, and it was basically Hitman for everybody. It was a rewrap version of that had some of the best missions from Hitman 1, 2, and 3. And I had played Hitman 1 and maybe 2 a little bit, but I never finished them. So coming into this game was just a blast because it was a lot of new stuff. I didn't even there was a few missions where I was like, "Oh yeah, I kind of remember this." But the world is reskinned, the missions look beautiful. It's a ton of fun. If you have never played Hitman, this is a great series to get into it at. And it's got a whole bunch of extra DLC along with it if you want to buy and add more content to it. But this base game is only $2.99, which that is a crazy amount of content for that price. And like I said, it's just a ton of fun. It's 90% off, $2.99. Check it out, Hitman World of Assassinations. What you got up
Time
next?
for me to try that because I've never played a Hitman game and I've always been curious. So yeah, for $3, why not?
Ooh, I think you'd really like them. There are multiple ways to take your targets out. Like you go around the world, you can hit it. I mean, there's just crazy stuff that can happen. I mean, you can do a normal hit. You can knock a chandelier down and fall if you time it right. There's just all kinds of cool stuff like that that you can do in this game. Yeah, Jim. If you've never played it, it would be a great time to pick it up.
Yeah, I'll look at that. My third game is Anno 1800. I had never played an Anno game until 1800, and I've got a lot of hours on this one. I love the game. I think it's very well done. The world detail and graphics, um, it's just it's really beautiful. And it's fun to watch and it's fun to play. And I played it with somebody, and we ganged up on different nations and that sort of thing. And I find it very relaxing. So if you want to try a game like that and you never have, you can get the base game right now for 75% off. It's 14.99, or you could get the 18 Yano 1800 Year 5 Gold Edition, which has the 5 DLC, I believe it is, for 50% off, and it's 49.99, which I'm considering with this sale right now. Have you ever
Very.
played those?
I have, yes. And obviously me and you both played the new Anno, which just came out last month. And I had a lot of fun with that game. I think they're going to do a lot of good stuff with it to add more content and more things with it. But the fact that it has cooperative built in and it works so well, that's a game I would like to revisit again and check it out. And that's Anno 117, Pax Romana. And I don't think it's too new to be in the sale. I didn't even actually look, but if you are waiting for that game to get more fleshed out, I think Jim's recommendation of Anno 1800 would be a good step to take in this sale.
Well, definitely. I've played both, and I like 1800 a little better at the moment. Maybe they'll work on this, but right now the Anno 117 Pax Romana is 10% off. It's 53.99 if you want to try it.
There you go. All right, next up on my list, controversial Star Wars Outlaws. This game, people either seem to love it or hate it. And I'll be honest, I think if you played it and put some time into it, you have saw how good of a game it is. The other people just kind of saw it or briefly played it and was like, this is not for me. And I kind of feel that's fair for this game. It's not your typical Star Wars game. It's not, no lightsabers, none of that stuff. So it's you are a rogue and you are put in this world to do missions. If you enjoy that sneaking around, stealthily taking people out, you can go in blasters first, but that's usually not the best method in this game. There's speeder bikes. You can upgrade your speeder bikes. You can upgrade your weapons. You can customize your blasters. You can build an empire. Like there's just so much content here, and it's such a cool, lively world. You can just drive around your speeder and explore a little bit. I mean, you'll run into some enemies and get in trouble if you're not careful, but there's just a lot of fun here to be had. There's the whole gambling aspects built into it, where you can play what's the gambling game in Star Wars called, Jim? Do you know? I can't think of the name of it.
I'm drawing a blank, and
I,
I'm a Star Wars
I
fan.
can't think of it either. But anyways, that's in there, and you can play and gamble, and you can beat these. There. I want to call them leaders. There's different people who are good at the game. There's different places to play, and like one of them, one of your things you can do is beat them all. So it's just kind of cool. There's a lot to do in this game. Like I said, I really think people kind of crapped on it because it wasn't the Star Wars game that they wanted, but don't sleep on it. It's a really good game. It's on sale right now. I wouldn't recommend the base game. You can get the base game for $20, but you can get the whole gold edition for $32.99. That's what I'd recommend you pick up. That includes all the DLC, and it really fleshes out the game and makes it a blast. That's Star Wars Outlaws.
Were you talking about Sabak?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, and I think maybe it's time for me to give it a shot. I have not played that one, and I love Star Wars, so it's time. Okay, my third or fourth game um, is one I recommend if you've got some buddies to play with. I played through this game with two of my friends, and we actually had a lot of fun with it, and that was Dead Island 2. You could pick that one up right now for $4.99. So that's a really, really cheap game to have some fun with and just smash zombies, and just run around and do stupid things together. That's kind of what it's all about.
I also played it with a couple friends. Ironically, not each other. We didn't. We had this is the game that we played separately, but we did play it for several nights, and we had a lot of fun with it. If you nailed it. If you like silly, crazy fun, this is a game you want to check out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's got a story and it's okay. The story's fine, but it's all about just doing crazy stuff together and just seeing what you can do.
Yep.
It's 90% off right now, and it's a real good time to try it if you haven't tried it.
All right, my last game on my list is one of my fan favorites here. At the MMG, we all love this game. It's Noble Legacy. This is a medieval city builder where you are not a god. You are an actual king that's working with your people. You're building the structures, you're hunting, you're gathering, you're doing all that stuff. You're planning the village. You can, you obviously hire villagers and put them to work to do different things, but you need to level up your village. And, this game came early access and we played it. We knew right away this game needs a lot of work, but what have they done? They have put some amazing patches out and really added to this game. It really improved this game, and I love what they're doing with it. They have such a cool roadmap too. If you haven't looked at their roadmap, they have a big patch coming out here very, very soon, which we're going to cover here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. And they just keep doing the right things with this game. This is how I want to see an early access title done, and they've done it. Like they've communicated, they've had great roadmaps, they've listened to the community, everything that I want in a game. It's 25% off. You can pick it up for $18 and I think it was 74 cents. So if you have been sleeping on this game, if you don't mind getting into early access games, and you're going to have a blast with it. Noble Legacy.
Well, one thing I want to say about that is, yeah, we've been working with them since very early, Studio 369, and what I've seen with them that's impressed me. First off, this is my kind of game. I love these kind of games. You'll know that by my next suggestion that I'm going to give. These guys are very active on their Discord, and they listen, and they take what people have to say into account, and I've seen them make changes on the fly. And the game is getting better, and they're working their butts off. They really are. So I think it's going to become a really, really good game once they get this all done. They've got a lot of plans in their roadmap, so some cool things are coming.
What you got? What's your last one, Jim?
My last game, it's a game weeks basically where you play a nobody, and you get thrown into this mix where you're allowed to settle on this land, and you build a village, and you have to manage this village, and over the years you hand the village down to your heir, and that is Medieval Dynasty. uh, it's one of my favorite games. I've got hundreds of hours on that game. It's 1749 right now. It's a good time to try it because they also just released a DLC for it, but a lot of fun if you like those kind of games where you build, you plan, you've got a lot of workers, you've got to plant crops, you've got to craft, you've got to harvest, you've got to manage the town. If you're into that kind of thing, this game I think you would like a lot. It's 50% off right now.
All right, that wraps up our deals for the Steam Winter Sale for 2025. Again, these deals are running until January the 5th. I know we missed a lot of games. Leave a comment. Let me know what games you found, what games you're most excited for, and what you're going to pick up in this sale. Thanks for hanging out. This is Eric and Jim from the MMG. Have yourself a great day.